Can somebody please explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s and the 20-year-olds look like they're in their early 40s?
Hey my lovely babies, welcome back to my channel. This is Shani Slay. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to click that like and subscribe button down below, because this is where we talk about some spicy topics and some general information, okay? Some real good knowledge. Today's topic is going to be how this generation is wired to put on all these cosmetics. They're walling out, they're dressing like older than their generation and stuff like that. And it is just like a big topic on TikTok right now that I thought I would like to get people's opinion and see how they feel and what they think it is on why the younger generation is starting to look older than the Gen X's, and also why the Gen Z is looking, the millennials are looking younger. Like, for instance, I'm 32, my birthday's in February, and every time I go out or go out to the store, I don't go out, but I go out to the store, everybody's like, how old are you? I don't tell the person, and sometimes I do, but they'll be like, oh, you look like you're 20 something. You look like you're in your 20s. You look like you're 25. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, thank you. So I really think that a lot of, people think that I look younger now, and I believe it's because like I'm wearing like more vibrant colors and I'm less stressed, got more things in order in my life. So yeah, so we're gonna get into some of these clips, and I hope you guys will like to comment below and let me know your opinions.
Explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
Okay, I thought it was very important to film this video with no filter, and I tried to find like the best lighting in my store, but like I'm in the stock room, so whatever. But I have a lot of thoughts as to why my generation looks rather young. I really think the biggest thing is trauma. Like, truly. We grew up with like a lot of trauma and a lot of massive changes, and so the only thing that we clung to was like that sense of being young, because it always constantly felt like our childhood was getting ripped away from us. Inherently, I think just like that contributed a lot to why we look the way we do, and I think that it also has to do with wanting to still look and feel young. I think that has a big factor. Probably also like the scrubs that we use, they like really fucked up the skin.
Explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
This whole thing makes me laugh so hard. It's because we're giant children, bro. We refuse to grow up. We drink water from the hose. That's where the fountain of youth is. It's a hose water.
Can somebody please explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s and the 20-year-olds look like they're in their early 40s?
Okay, funny you should ask, because I was just having this exact conversation with a friend of mine. And see, it's not that millennial women look younger. We look our age. This is what 30, 40-year-old women look like. It's that the younger generation, the women in their 20s, are wearing more makeup, they're dressing a certain way, they're doing certain things that make them look like they're older. So then everyone just assumes that we look a lot younger, when in reality, no, we're aging. Look at pictures of us from 5, 10, 15 years ago. We're looking older. It's just that the younger generation is looking like us. Does that make sense? This is the first time I've said this out loud besides talking to my best friend about it, but I saw this video and I had to comment. Anyway, have a nice sleep. I'm exhausted. I'm a millennial. I need my sleep.
Explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
So I'm Gen X and I'm 53, but a lot of my friends are millennials, so they're in their 30s and 40s. And I think one of the reasons why they look so much younger is because they had less stress than there is now. Obviously, they had stress, but not as much as I think Gen Z has, right? And I think there was less pressure, the pressure to be like great and to look young. So now people in their 20s are doing crazy things, and like, I just feel like stress is all evil. And the more stress you have, which now in 2024 is great, the older you look.
Can somebody please explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s and the 20-year-olds look like they're in their early 40s?
So this topic has been showing up on my TikTok a lot lately, how, Gen Zers, age 20 people are looking like they're in their 40s already. And it's just truly a phenomenon, you know what I mean? I am myself a millennial. I was born in 1990. If you could do the math, I am 34 years old. So many times a day I get told that I am not 30. I am like in high school still. I am still in my early 20s, which, hey, I'll take that any day. You know what I mean? But I'm just curious. Why is this a thing? What did we do differently in the 90s and 2000s that is making us look a lot younger than we should? And what is like Gen Z's doing currently right now that makes them look older? Maybe it's all these beauty standards and the internet and just staring at a phone all day. Who knows?
Yeah, I can say like I agree with all of these, okay? Because when I tell you, when my children's father was home, I could say I had my good days, but a lot of times, when he was going through his processes, with back and forth, in and out of where he's at now, it's just like those times, I was all like trying to look, up to par, but it's like times where, he would be gone. It's just like, I kind of like, I didn't let myself go, but I kind of like had like deeper bags under my eyes, look sad all the time, just a lot of stuff. Like I noticed a big change. And as well as when I try to keep a job or something, I used to work 14 hours a day as a cook. And I've also been in and out of plant jobs like warehouses, factories, breathing in all that toxic smoke and stuff that they have in those plants from those machines. It's like that kind of wore me down. And I noticed like when I stopped cooking, when I was cooking, I had a lot of acne on my face and deeper eye bags and stuff like that. I know my eyes look dark today because I've been outside doing lift and stuff like that. But when I was, in the cooking areas, cooking job, I would have a lot of acne on my face and a lot of stress. But like I noticed that when I started taking in my own schedule doing lift, I had started like taking more care of my skin, having more time. Like I wasn't just like laying around all day letting that acne build up. I'm now getting up, coming home, back and forth, getting in the shower, taking washing my face back and forth like 2-3 times a day. So it's like it has been such an amazing process for me. My children are older, so I don't have a lot of carrying weight on my body, stress, and now my body's back in shape. So it's like I look decent. I look like I'm probably about 25 sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But yeah, let's get back to the rest of these videos. I just thought I would act that.
Somebody please explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
Hi. So to answer your question, with context, I'm about to be 37. And at least for me, I think I'm at that point in my life where I am starting to not care as much about things that are irrelevant in life, if that makes sense. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm trying not to sweat the small stuff. I think folks in my age range are starting to prioritize our own mental health, our own peace, and we're also learning how to set boundaries with people as well as our work lives. And I feel like, at least for me, I'm starting to prioritize my own health, my own self-care, and also I have a pretty good skincare routine and use SPF. And a final thing I'd like to throw in, I think me being Asian kind of actually helps because I think I'm just genetically likely to look young for quite a while, at least until I hit like age 50. So, and yeah, if you agree with what I said, feel free to comment and let me know what your opinion is.
Hey y'all, can we please stop this narrative that once you turn 30 that you're old and you can no longer do certain things anymore, and you have to dress a certain way, you have to look a certain way. I was scrolling on my For You page, and my TikTok friend Melissa was talking about how she posted this video and everybody thought that she was much younger than what she was, and when she told them how old she was, they was all in the comments. I didn't stitch the video, y'all, because TikTok is not gonna pay me if I stitch the video, but I'm gonna tag her down below so y'all can go and watch it. But I'm so glad that she brought it up, because me and my friend were literally just talking about that. Like, I'm loving the Gen Zers. I mean, they're having their way, but let's not make the millennials that are in their early 30s feel like I had somebody comment on one of my videos and was like, just to be honest, I'm gonna post it, but she was like, just to be honest, you too old to wear that outfit. And girl, I'm only 32. What do you want me to wear? A freaking muumuu? 30s are the new 20s, and I feel like 40s is the new 30s, and all of that, and so off and so forth. So why do we push this narrative like once you turn 30, it's like you got to be super serious? I feel like life is serious enough, and we don't have to be so serious. And I really wish that brands would do a better job of showing women in their 30s on these trips, because honestly and truly, the millennials have paved the way. That's why we have those creators like Jackie, Ina, and y'all name some other ones down below that I can't think of right at the top of my head, that are in their 30s that's having their way. Like, y'all, we don't, the Janae Naylors. Like, why do y'all want to age us so bad? Why do y'all want us to be so serious so bad? Like, it's space for all of us. And then, y'all, unpopular opinion, some of these Gen Zers look older than the millennials. I'm gonna leave that right there, but let's talk about in the comments, and y'all let me know y'all thoughts, and y'all be nice.
That's what I have noticed as well. Like, I am telling you, ladies, like, once you just love yourself and you just feel like you don't need anybody else, and you're not having these stressful breakups, and every 3-4 days you're just arguing over the phone, then you got to go to work with the stank face and the sad puppy face and the depression. Like, your body is gonna feel so good. Like, once you learn how to let that go and just realize, like, oh, I'm so much peaceful by myself. Like, of course you're gonna see cute guys and stuff like that, but it's like, come on now. Like, it's gonna be cute guys when you find a cute guy. So it's not like that is the inner you. Like, that's not the inner peace right there. That is just a distraction, and that distracts you from caring from yourself. So that's one thing I've learned, like, not stressing out. Like the Asian guy said, he said he's not stressing, not worried about. That's how I feel. Like, I'm not back and forth arguing on the phone, getting angry with people who talk to me and they are my kids. I have to feel like I'm irritated from them because I'm having all these relationship issues. Like, that just throws everything off, and it can throw your pH balance off. It could throw your hormones off. So that is really important that the older and even the younger generation just focus on themselves and just embrace your loneliness, because it's not even just being lonely. It's just like, alone is not lonely. That's one thing I've learned, and I'm happy.
So you know how they say 20-year-olds look like they're 30 and then 30-year-olds look like they're 20? I'm not saying it's not true, but I don't see how that's even possible, because I think about my youth. I'm almost 40. I think about my youth, and we lived in tanning beds covered in baby oil, in the sun, with sun in our hair. Like, we would drink. We probably started drinking at like 13 years old. We would drink all the time. We'd be in the club. Like, the club was, I don't know, it was so different back then. I don't think I drank any water. We grew up on milk. I feel like the youth today probably doesn't have like the disposable income to be like drinking all the time. I feel like a lot of them are actually cutting back on drinking because it's not healthy and it's expensive. Sunless tanners, like tanning mousses and stuff, that they've come such a long way. Yeah, so like, is it less stress? Because I don't know, like, we had to deal with anthrax, 9/11, the recession. What is it? I'm very, very curious.
How is it that some of you age shame 30 pluses, yet you are looking older than 30 pluses? Instead of taking a book and a pen and taking notes on how to look younger than your age, go and sit down. Go and sit down.
of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
Must have been like something in the water, because I'm 37 and I get told I look like I'm in my 20s all the time, so something in the water.
30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s, and the 20-year-olds look.
So I'm 37. I think I look like I'm 37. However, what I will say for the people in my age range and in my generation in general is that we prioritize ourselves and our self-care for the most part. We stop prescribing to this idea that if we just go to college and if we just work hard and if we just give our everything to the man, we'll have a good life. Because it's not true. We went to school and we were rewarded with too many student loans and jobs that paid us like $50,000 a year before taxes. We weren't going to get the house. We weren't going to get the white picket fence. So we were going to get the avocado toast. And God damn it, we were going to go to Starbucks back then. Starbucks is bullshit now, but back then that was like the thing. We were going to go on our little trippy trips. We were going to go get cute outfits. We were going to put ourselves first. We were going to put ourselves first, Lucius. And I think that's what probably helped us maybe stay youthful. I don't know. Now, I don't think the 20 to 30-year-olds are any different in that regard. I think what's different is that they have been exposed to a lot more than we have. The internet wasn't that big a thing when we were younger, but not only has the world gotten worse since they've been alive, they have seen it in real time. You know what I mean? Like, to have to see school shootings on the TV, on the internet, that can't be good for the psyche. Shooter drills, don't even get me started. To be aware that genocides are going on and to see those images cannot be good. It can't be good. It's good in a way because you have the knowledge, but also like, goddamn, the economy has not been good. They watch their parents struggle because the world is hard. They have not been given the opportunity to be kids. They don't look old. They're fucking tired. They're jaded. And as they should be. Because we took that away from them. Not us, but the world took that away from them. And that is a goddamn shame. So that's the best answer I can think of.
I agree with her as well. Okay, so I believe that like when I was younger, I had a free mind. Okay, like I was running out the house, you know what I'm saying? I was sneaking under cars, waiting for my mom to leave the house when she went to work. I would get from under my friend's car. You hear me? I would be out all day from sun up to sundown. Some days I wouldn't even come home till about 3 in the morning. Then, like I said, when my mom passed, we would wait for her to pass by, and like we would be looking under that truck, my friend's mom's truck, dad's truck, or whoever it was, and we see my mom car pass, and we'd skirt out from under that truck and just sit on the porch and chill. Okay, like we had good old times. But it's like now these kids, they're just stuck on these phones. Like if they're not on the phones, they're in their rooms on the tablets. And if they're not at home on their tablets or on the phone, they're in their friend's house or on the tablets and phones. So it's like they don't get any types of sunlight, and I feel so bad because that's another reason why I believe like our younger, older generation has, they get the younger look sometimes because although some people don't age well with sun. And some people drink and smoke cigarettes at a young age, so that plays a part on why some of the older people look old. You know, they look older than what they are. And some of the younger people, like, they have more access to marijuana, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're starting to look older, even though they don't realize it. And they even, they don't realize they smell like old people because they smoke this marijuana and they smoke these cigarettes all the time, and it's just not aging with the aging. Okay, it's not adding up. So yeah, so I believe they're giving some pure facts. Like it's no mistake and nothing left out. They are telling the truth, the real. Okay.
All right, this is crazy. This is what I look like at age 20 and what I look like now. Today's my 30th birthday. This is what I look like at age 30. This is me at age 20. I probably weighed 205 pounds, starting to build some muscle, definitely had some body fat. And this is me this morning, age 30, abs popping, let's go, Pat. And here's a little comparison for you. Wild, crazy, crazy. Life gets better as you get older if you make it get better, I promise.
The 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s, and the 20-year-olds look.
So my theory is it has everything to do with the filler companies and the technology that these companies started to put into their products to make fillers last longer and longer in order to grab market share. I'm not going to name names, but there's one company in particular that really tried to advance the technology in their fillers by preventing the hyaluronic acid molecules from degrading so fast. So now fillers are lasting 18, 24 plus months in your skin. Do you know what happens when filler sits in your skin for that long? It migrates and it causes inflammatory reactions, and you start having to use additional filler to correct the problems that stagnating filler's creating. And that's why those 20-somethings that started putting fillers in their lips and their temples and their cheeks look all like the same face at the end of the day and are looking so unnatural and overfilled and discongruent with their chronological age. You take somebody like me, I'm 41 now. I didn't come out in the time where lip filler was mainstream, temple filler, cheek filler, chin filler. It just wasn't something that people did when you were my age after having kids. It wasn't mainstream. And that's why I think we still look so damn young and so damn good. We missed that crazy filler boat.
Realize is like the difference between the 20s and turning 30s is like in your 20s you're so optimistic about the future because you can literally be and do anything. You can go down any path and everything is available as long as you know you're healthy and whatnot. The world is your oyster. And then when you hit your 30s, some paths start falling off and you're like, maybe I can't be the CEO of blah blah blah, maybe I can't even have kids, maybe I can't do this. And I'm reckoning with that because you had all this optimism and all these possibilities. It's now like, oh, the reality is like some of these aren't any more possibilities. How am I going to learn to mourn it and then be content, filled, and not become this jaded, pessimistic person after it?
This is my girl math I've been thinking about recently. Turning 30 is just like turning 20, except you're hotter and you have more life experience and more money. When you turn 30, you spent the last, 6-7 years being in your mid to late 20s. And then when you turn 30, it's basically like you're going back and turning 20 and you're going back to the earlies. Like we haven't been in the earlies for the last 6, 7, 8 years, right? So we're basically starting over, entering our earlies era again. We're basically younger than we were in our late 20s. Is the girl mathing? I don't know. It's mathing in my head. It makes sense in my head. Because actually some part of me feels like I'm younger at 30 than I was 27, 28, 29. I don't know how this makes sense to me, but it does. Does it make sense to you? Please tell me. Also, before the season ends, you need to get a 7 Leaves Santa's House coffee because I am addicted. They need this all year round. It's so good.
I mean, I said this happened when I was 20, not that I was 20 currently. But like, is looking 30 supposed to be an insult? Most everyone I know in their 30s look absolutely beautiful. And if that's what you mean, thank you for the compliment.
So yeah, of course. That's how I feel. Like when I was younger, I was so quiet. Like I did not speak up to my mom. You know what I'm saying? I know she was struggling and I know how it feels, you know what I'm saying? So my brother, he was the one that always looked nice. He always had the fresh Jordans, the fresh Nikes, every jersey, like all the, you know, what is those things, those headbands with the different character, you know, the different teams and stuff on there, the Xbox, the PlayStation, the whatever. And it's just like, I remember when I was younger, I used to run around with the scarf on my head, you know what I'm saying? Because my mom, she did used to give me a few dollars, you know, like I used to keep her change and whatever like that. But I used to, you know what I'm saying, as I got older, I learned how to do my own hair. But when I was younger, I used to as well as the summer, I used to wear a coat with the hood because I was so embarrassed to wear my hair, and I did not know how to manage my hair. I didn't know how to take care of the texture. I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? I did hair. I didn't braid, but I knew how to do like twisty ponytails, probably around the age of 12 or 13, but before then, I was just like, my mom, she was always working, you know what I'm saying? My grandma, she did not do this style of braids that I like, so I used to take it down. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a blow dryer with a comb, so I was just always just, you know what I'm saying, just like washing my hair out and just didn't know what to do. Didn't have a flat iron. So it's just like all those things tied into the factor of why when I got money and I got old enough to work, like I totally changed. Yeah, so it's just all of those things, the disaster, the disasters of going from growing into yourself, you know, getting to that age to where your mom is, you know, not doing, you know, for you as much as she does your brother. My reason is not because my mom didn't love me. It was just because I did not speak up. Like I felt bad for her. Like I'm a woman. I feel the woman's pain. So I would see her struggling and I wouldn't ask for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's my fault. She still would have made it happen, but I just didn't ask. But yeah, so it is all those reasons, guys. And make sure you drop your reasons below why you think these topics are facts, okay? Because I'm still trying to figure out some more reasons. Like, what could it be? Like, what could I use for strategies to work on my children so they don't grow up to be like looking all old and tired? Because, you know, sometimes I feel bad for them. I don't let them go outside, and we're gonna start going outside soon, but right now I'm just doing a lot of work and stuff like that. As I said in my last video, I'm giving away a free Dell laptop This is gonna be for one of my subscribers. I need to hit, I think, about 800 or less more watch time hours, or I want to get to, I'm gonna change the amount to a little lower. I'm gonna change it to 1,500. Whichever comes first. I'm gonna pick a subscriber to give out this free Dell laptop. Okay. I did see that it was open, but it has not been used. I opened it to see how it looked a long time ago. I remember now. And I wanted to show you guys that it works, so you guys know that it's not like a scam or anything. This giveaway is not through YouTube. It's from me personally. I love to have fun and I love to give. So, and please excuse my dead flowers in the back, plants, because I have been in and out of this place. I barely come in this room, and I just haven't been really keeping the sun on them and stuff like that, so they're just back there. I'm gonna switch them out soon. I'd even replant them and have, so I can have 2 extra plants when I get my new ones. But yeah, so like and subscribe. Visitors, feel free to subscribe, and subscribers, you all are welcome, and I love each and every one of you guys, and I really appreciate your support. And this is the things I'm going to be doing to give back to you guys. You don't have to give me any money. If you want to donate, that will be perfect, but still, I still love you, and I'm still willing to give out free gifts. I'm hopefully going to be giving out free gifts every month to each and every one of my, I mean, not each and every one, I'm sorry about that, but one of my subscribers every month. And hopefully, if I can keep this channel going, I will be giving away, picking up, you know, as many subscribers as I possibly can, just to give a gift to every month, as well as free cash prizes. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss these topics. You never know what might come. Yeah, so I'm sorry I keep saying but it's just me, you know, just working on my vocabulary. But yeah, thank you guys, and I love you guys.